My name is Ed Frawley. I own Leerburg with my wife, Cindy. And this is a question that came in through our Ask Cindy portal, where people can ask dog training questions. They don't need to be customers. And this is probably a pretty common one. So this is about someone that has a 16-week-old German Shepherd puppy. And they're having problems with the puppy when they take it out for a walk, and it barks at people and it barks at dogs, and they wonder what they should do. And they had it evaluated by an allegedly certified dog trainer who gave him terrible advice, dumb advice. But let me read it to you, and I'll make some comments as I go through it because I've done it so many times already. So, hi Cindy. We have a 16-week-old German Shepherd. We picked him up at 12 weeks of age. I bred German Shepherds for 35 years, a lot of them. We had a breeding facility. We bred 10 litters a year for 35 years. Do the math, tells you how many litters we had over the years. We haven't bred a litter of puppies since 2009. I miss the puppies. I don't miss having to deal with people that have never had a high drive puppy before. So, when we take our puppy for a walk, he barks at people. Strangely, in a couple of situations, when they come close and open their palm of their hand, in a non-threatening demeanor, his bark changes to a whimper, almost as if he's afraid. Number one, never, ever, ever would I take my puppy out unless I was 1,000% sure that I had a puppy that in every environment, it never met a person that it didn't love. So that's important. It's really important. So they shouldn't do that with this dog. So the fact is, this puppy is nervous. The puppy is afraid. So the solution to this is don't take your puppy out in walks where they're going to encounter other people, and especially not other dogs, not a 16-week-old puppy. They go on to say, we've been crate training Max and working on establishing pack hierarchy. Please note that when we arrived at the breeder and initially met the puppy, he did not bark at us, but he did bark at strangers passing on the street where the breeder was located. What advice would you give us how to address this? Thank you. Cindy's answer is, this is very normal German Shepherd dog behavior that we often see when a dog is 4 to 6 months old. And sometimes, quite frankly, a little bit older than that too. The key right now is to stop taking him for walks, which I've said. You don't want him to rehearse this behavior. You don't want him to rehearse barking at people and then the people back off and act like, oh, I don't want to do anything with that because the owner says, please leave him alone. The dog doesn't think of it like that. He can't understand what you're saying. The dog thinks, oh, if I bark at him like that, that's going to make him stay away from me, and that's what I want him to do. So next time I'm going to bark stronger. That's why you don't let a puppy practice this kind of behavior. And how do you stop it? You don't take them for walks where they're going to come in contact with other people, and especially other dogs. Puppies bark out of uncertainty. And if you continue putting him in a position where he has to worry that he barks and the problem goes away, he's actually going to do this more and not less and less, which I've already said. It's harder to fix it if he's had a lot of practice doing this. She said, I see you have already got Michael Ellis's puppy course that talks about this as well as a lot of other great information that should help you. You will want to work with your puppy at home, teaching him engagement skills and teaching him to redirect off of minor distractions and back onto you. Now, I want to say something here. The Michael Ellis puppy course is very good, and there's a lot of information there. Our courses, our DVDs, our streams are not meant to be watched. We're not making movies. We're trying to teach people how to work with their dogs. So you don't watch them one time. I tell people, watch them 10 times. And when you watch them after the first time, take notes, because every time you watch something in our courses, you're going to learn something else. Treat it like it is a class. Who can sit and go through a 2-hour class or a 4-hour class and remember everything that was taught? I couldn't do it, and that's why I started producing videos back 40 some years ago. I would go to a seminar for myself because I'd do a 2 or 3 day seminar. Monday morning, I could only remember about 10% of what was there, maybe 20%. And I'd forget the rest. I said, I'm going to buy a videotape and I'm going to videotape it so that I can review it again and again and again. It will make you a better dog trainer. In fact, when you do work with your puppy, if you can, get a little tripod, set your phone up in your backyard or in your kitchen and watch your dog, watch you train your dog. What you should be doing at this point in time is building your relationship with your dog. And how do you do that? We have a whole course on how to build a relationship with your dog that we did with Michael too. Long and the short of it is, you work on reward-based training, you work on learning markers, you teach the dog what your markers are, you teach your dog to put engagement on cue, which means you have a cue to tell the dog, hey, come with me. We're going to do fun things here. You're going to get the high-value food rewards. You're going to play with me. We want engagement to be on cue. Then, when we get it on cue, then we're going to slowly introduce distractions and then test the training for having engagement on cue. That's how you develop your relationship with your dog. You take your dog to different places, but places that there are not other people and other dogs. You take your dogs to neutral places and work engagement skills with them. And we have courses on engagement skills and how to put a dog on engagement. So once you get out in the real world with your puppy and you go to a park early in the morning, late in the evening, nobody's around, work with your markers, work with engagement, work with playing your dogs out there so that the dog learns, hey, I'm going to go to a new place, we're going to go and have fun. This is a cool deal. That's how you work. That's how you build a relationship with a dog. I'm going to say this before I close this out, that I went for the last 20 some years and filmed seminars with Michael Ellis. We've produced a number of videos, but the videos we've produced have been topic orientated. For example, train your dog to play tug, train your dog to heel, train your dog to jump. I didn't until just a couple of years ago, when Michael would come to Leerburg and do a 2 or 3 day seminar, we would film it and then sell the whole seminar. That's worked out really good with customers. And here I have a library. I mean, an extensive 20 some years of seminars that I've done with Michael. And we're going to start to release them at a very fair price because there's a lot that can be learned there. For example, the one we're going to release here in a few weeks is a course that I filmed a number of years ago with Michael, a protection dog course. And the way that these seminars used to work is that people would sign up, they would bring their dog, they would sign up for the queue, it would be their turn to work with Michael. They would come up, they would say, here's the problems I have, here's what I'm trying to do. Michael would explain what he would do with that dog, and then they'd take him and train him a little bit. There's a lot to be learned from that, because while a lot of people have similar problems with their dogs, there are other people that have, like this, that have very simple solutions that need to be fixed. So, if you're interested in more seminar videos with Michael and Leerburg, keep your eye on our website, leerburg.com. We'll also post information and little pieces of that seminar on YouTube to let you know that there's a new seminar video available to buy. And we're going to release them as a stream and possibly a DVD, but some of them are so long, we can't fit them on a DVD. And I don't want to go out there and make a 5 or a 10 DVD disc of a seminar. That's not the way to do it. When we can release the whole thing as a video stream with chapters that can be clicked on. Trust me, it's 100 times, it's 1,000 times easier to click on a chapter to find something in the middle of a 4-hour, a 10-hour seminar course than it is to have a DVD disc that you got to find 2 or 3 minutes in the middle of a 4 or 5 hour DVD. That'll drive you crazy going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth on a DVD machine to find that. You just don't do it. But you can do it on our streams. So hopefully I've given you some answers here on how we would approach a puppy like that. And if you want, we have well over 1,000 videos on Leerburg, free videos that you can go and review.